right, so let's continue. So we continue our topic. So it's a very long topic, Baruch HaShem, because there's a lot to say. And the topic is Yom Tov Earnings, right? And now we're going to a summary of the law. So we start with the summary. And then, of course, practical applications. So it says that the prohibition on Yom Tov Earnings. So same with Shabbos. Okay. It is prohibited to earn money on Yom Tov, even though the performance of permissible service. It is also forbidden to derive benefit from money earned on Yom Tov. So, of course, if it's not permissible, that's a different prohibition. But we said even for permissible, as we said, a waiter or the person does something for us, right, in a house, right, would be. So only for Yom Tov we cannot pay them. Okay, and plus there is a problem to receive this money on Yom Tov, for work on Yom Tov. Prohibition applies whether one work for a Jew or Gentile. Okay, doesn't matter. So I mean that a Jew work for Gentile on Yom Tov and receive money. That's an issue. The prohibition also applies to rental income and royalties. So again, as we said, it was only for Yom Tov, and most of the time it's not like that. Okay, unless, as we said, they say like such and such amount per day. So that's the issue. If somebody says per day, that's an issue. So if they say per week, per month, or per month, there is no problem. Okay. Continue. The forms of compensation that are prohibited include money, right? They can give you money, merchandise, so they can give you, I don't know, a sack of potatoes or something, right? Or forgiven of debt, right? Meaning a person owes us some money and he cannot or she cannot pay, so I say, okay, you can do such and such thing for us and forget about the debt. They agreed, so it's they have financial advantage. It's not money, it's not like, but they got something out of it financially, right? Forgiven of the debt and the performance of work in exchange for that which is done on Yom Tov. Okay, so which is very interesting, right? So performance of work in exchange for that which was done on Yom Tov. Okay, so meaning you work for me on Yom Tov, I'm going to work for you on another day. Okay. Exclusion to the prohibition. If job includes work done on both weekdays and Yom Tov, it is permitted to receive payment for the entire job. So they said they agreed, for example, for somebody to be a tutor 3 times a week. Okay. So in this year, this one of the Wednesdays on Yom Tov, for example. Can it be on Wednesday? Okay, forget about Wednesday. Tuesday. Tuesday is a better example. So so it's Tuesday. Okay, so then you work on Tuesday and you're being paid weekly salary. There is no problem. Okay, next one. Some poskim permit payment for a job done only on Yom Tov if the job requires pre-Yom Tov preparation, right? So meaning, for example, this chazan, he has to review, he has to practice many times and other things, right? Or even this tutor, right? That they need to prepare for a class, okay? Or it involves an expense, and the payment is combined with reimbursements for expense. They had to buy books, this and that, okay? Whatever, he had to buy new clothing, I don't know, whatever, for the Yom Tov. Okay, so it's included in this. Okay. Next one. It is forbidden to hire a worker on Yom Tov if compensation is stipulated, even if payment will be combined with that of weekday work. So that's very straightforward. So it is forbidden to hire a worker on Yom Tov if compensation is stipulated. So meaning if somebody can do us a favor, right, there is no problem, right? But if you say I'm going to pay you, so even person works for us on weekdays as well, so that would be forbidden, because this work on a weekday has nothing to do. It's not like a combination, as an example that we gave when we hire somebody as a tutor three times a week. So that's different, right? Here he works for us the whole week. On Yom Tov, person is off, and now we ask him to come on Yom Tov. Okay, that's the problem. Continue. Rules mentioned here apply to rentals as well. Okay. It is permitted to give voluntary gift to someone who performed the service on Yom Tov. So voluntary gift, as we said, what does it mean? That you don't feel obligated, right, to give, and the other side does not feel that they're entitled to get anything. They might think that maybe you're going to give, but there is no if we're not going to give, they're not going to get upset or something. Okay. So I'll continue. It is permitted to compensate a worker by guarding something for him. That is babysitting. Okay. It is permitted to compensate a worker by guarding something for him, by babysit. So as we explained, in this case they don't get any anything financially, right? But they're prevented from some loss. For example, regarding a child or regarding the orchard. Okay. Next one. Earnings for the performance of the mitzvah. Some poskim permit compensation for the performance of the service. That is a mitzvah, for example, cantorial services. Nevertheless, it is advisable that Yom Tov work be combined with weekday work, so that blessing may come forth from the earnings. Right. So if the services were only on Yom Tov, that's the problem. So it must be combined with the weekday. So, and as I said, for example, when you usually hire the chazan on on high holidays, right? So he comes for beginning of the slichas. First night he sings. It's a special event, usually everywhere, and then people go on a regular schedule. So we, in some sense, we pay for the homework for these slichas and plus all other days and plus holidays. Okay.